Hello everyone. Just a quick note before you get to the bulk of the video that I recorded earlier this week. I just wanted to say to the people who are having a lot of life stresses and troubles and worries at the moment, I'm really thinking about you. I wish I could be there for you to give you a hug, and I'm wishing you all the best. Send in lots of love and prayers. Hello, my name is Holly from My Daily HAED. On April 29th, 2024, how can it be the end of April, right? I'm here for a quick cross-stitch chat with you lovely people, and we shall start right away. First thing we'll be talking about is Santa and Animals, by artwork by Dakota Detweiler, from charted by boy, I'm out of practice. Charted by Charting Creations. It's stitched on 22 count hardanger, 1/1 full cross, and I'm currently at 8.29%. I've got you swapped around. I'm used to looking at that end, but I'm charging the phone so at the time. So here we are. I was working on this quite well for a while, but plans have changed on this. My husband has asked very kindly if I would consider doing my new start that I have first before he's right. He said, we've got a lot of Christmas cross stitch. Is there any chance that you could do Tiki Beach for me instead? And I'm like, okay. Well, the beach one, he called it. The beach one. Could you get that one finished first? I was like, okay. I'm still going to be working on this one, but my plans were that after I got Welcome Fall, the stamped cross stitch done, that I was going to start doing this one 300 stitches a day, and then if I did 300 stitches a day, I would be able to finish it in like 21 months roughly. But because of what's going on, well, what my plans are now, not what's going on, what my plans are now, that's been sidelined. So at this moment in time, I'm still working on it, just not currently for a moment. I did do a restart of mini Serenity Lane. The people that I bought the fabric from, this time the fabric came within 5 days. I was flipping amazed. So I've got all the fabric, it's all cut out, it's all allocated to various different, and I restarted mini Serenity Lane, which is by Dona Gelsinger. It's stitched on 28 count, 1/1 full cross, and it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. But look, I'm much happier with that result. I originally gridded it and then I washed it because it was super stiff. It was like everyone says, cardboard stiff, and it was so awkward. It was actually felt like it was scratching my arms. So I took it out, washed it, and of course I still have faint marks where I originally gridded it in pencil. That's that quilting pencil that I use. But now I'm having to go back and redo it. So at least it's there, and this is another one that I really love working on it. I love seeing the picture come together, but this is not a priority at any time. But I am, once I get Welcome Fall done, then I can really work into that. Mini Serenity Lane is now at 1.13%. So because it is a small count, I'm having to get my eyes used to going back to it, but I haven't worked on it in a week or so, or 2 weeks probably. Okay, my new start was Tiki Beach, because mini Tiki Beach. I think it says Amy Stewart Storykeep. I'm stitching it on 18 count, 1/1 full, 1/1 full cross, and I think is it Magic Guide or Easy Guide or whatever it is. That this is how far I've gotten with this, and I'm still doing my columns. I considered it's 15 columns across, and I considered doing stair steps across here. You can't see my fingers, we're moving around behind there. I was considering doing stair steps, but this up here is just the brown, lots and lots of brown. I like the variety of colors. I still have, what is it? I've got a fair piece to go. Obviously it's still quite long, but I enjoyed after this long batch of browns, and then I had greens and brownies in here. Then I got to a little bit of sky. I'm looking forward more to the sky here, but it's coming along really well. I'm happy with that, and it stitches up a lot quicker than the 28 count or the 25 count or the 22 count. Not 25. I don't have any 25 count at the moment. 22 count Hardanger that I'm doing. And I'm doing Santa and animals on. So this is Storykeep Tiki Beach. Now, what's been happening is I have just been working like a lunatic on this. You can see the back, all the stuff that I've worked on, because it's a lot easier to see. But what it is I've been moaning to you guys about what a struggle it is to do the flowers, and my thought was I wanted to get this done before this autumn, but the flowers were just so tricky to work on. I've just done a batch this morning. I mean, the last couple of days I've really struggled, because it's one of those times where you have to look at each stitch and decide. I mean, there are patches that you can figure out, but there were some that were, all of the symbols were yellow. All the symbols were yellow, and it was just trying to figure out which of the yellows, because I think there's 9 yellow symbols, I think I was saying. Anyway, there's a lot of the same color, and the printing's not brilliant and certain on the flowers. So because I wanted to get this done for the autumn, and I figured that if I stopped, I was reluctant to stop. Once I working on it, I can just kind of focus on it, but if I'm not working on it, I'm reluctant to go back to it. So instead of picking at it a little bit at a time, and then trying to figure out where I was and trying to decipher all the things, I just started plowing into it to get this. I'll try to put a picture here of what it looks like last time I showed it to you. But once I get the flowers done, this bit here, and I've done most of this was a rough bit here. It was mostly yellow symbols, but lots of different types of yellow symbols, and well, not mostly, but it was a lot of yellow symbols that were, I had to sit there and look at each stitch to figure out at the chart to figure out where I was and what stitches to do. But once I get down here and the pumpkins and stuff, this little bit here will be tricky to do. But once I get these done, then it should be pretty straightforward. And I know that if I want this done this year, I need to get those flowers done, and then just plow through it and get it done. And once that's done, I'll probably swap between the green bottle here and the background, and the pumpkins in the bottom I'll probably leave to last. But it's coming along. It's coming along. It's just, I want this done. I've had it for too long. I want it out of the way. It's a goal for this year. And then once Welcome Fall is done, then I will be concentrating on Tiki Beach, which is what, 58,000 stitches. So once I get working on that, it should be fine, and then it will be you know, I'll be able to work a little bit on Serenity Lane and a little bit on each week, if not a little bit on Santa. You know, I'm hoping to do 100 stitches on Santa after I get, you know, once I go back to Tiki Beach. I'll be trying to do 100 stitches on Santa every day, then go into Tiki Beach. And I don't know, Serenity Lane, maybe I'll make it my Sunday stitch, or, you know, on good days I'll be able to work on all three of the projects, the Serenity Lane, Tiki Beach, and Santa and Animals. But once this is done. Okay, well, just a quick life update. Anyway, I've been obsessed with the welcome fall. I just want to get it done. And it's kind of one of those things, once you get traction, you don't want to stop. Yeah, it's like I said to my husband, you know, I'll get through it. It's kind of like the pain of childbirth. Once you get through it, you don't normally remember all the pain. And I was saying, I don't know if I'll ever do another stamped kit. But saying that, in the easy parts, it's easy. it's quite zoom, especially since I preload my needles. And depending on how big the area is, I'll preload the needles with, you know, 2, 3, or 6 needles with the thread. You know, if I'm stitching a big area like the background, I'll just preload 6 needles and then empty them and then go back down. But anyway, that's it. My husband's now at his bus driving job. It's been you know, 4 a.m. starts for the most part, and it's as much as we both enjoy getting up early in the morning, it's been a change, because not only am I getting up a lot, you know, 3 hours earlier than I was when he was working at the other place, I'm also getting, you know, we also had spring, you know, the time change as well. So within a couple of weeks, we went from having, you know, a 4-hour wake up time difference, which takes a while for it to get used to. And also going to bed early enough is trying to get everything organized so that you can go to bed early enough. So that's what we've been doing. We do enjoy it. We also had one of my husband's family came by last week for a visit, a shock visit. He just messaged and said, "Oh, I'm coming," and the day before he said that, and it was like, because between being ill and anyway, the house, you know, I go through a whole whirlwind of getting the house or getting the flat visitor ready. But it went well. It was nice to see him, and it worked out. I'm still trying to catch up with all the tasks that I didn't get done when my husband was, for all that time my husband was working part-time swing shifts, and yeah, either he was at home or he was working nights, so I couldn't do much during the day, or if he was home during the day, I mean, if he was at work during the day, then I would be zooming around trying to get everything done that I didn't get done on the other 2 occasions. So it's been a challenge. So I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely incredibly joyful about being able to get things back to the way I prefer everything to be organized and clean, and do my fly lady cleaning and getting everything done. I was going to ask you, do any of you know where I could buy, or do any of y'all have Dimensions Holy Nativity cross stitch? I'll put a picture of it up here. I've been bidding. There's a few kits that have come up here for the last few years, but I haven't been able to, you know, I've just missed out buying them on eBay. And I was thinking, I really don't need the whole kit. I've got plenty of cross-stitch fabric and threads. I just need the chart. Do you know if there's anywhere to... I'm not on Facebook, or I just don't know where I would get it. But if you know of anywhere I could get it, I would appreciate it. But if you don't, it's no big deal. It's not like the world is going to end if I don't have that chart. And saying that, yeah, no, Dimensions and I are tussle. But it's such a precious pattern. I'd really like to try to stitch it. But like my husband says, I do love my Christmas patterns, and it wouldn't be something I would want to do in the next 2 or 3 years anyway, because I've got so much going on. But it's just something I would like to do sometime in the future. So that's the end of my presentation. I'm in the middle of getting a meal plan together. Well, not in the middle. I've started it the other day, but I'm trying to get more organized with it. It's nice to be able to, like I said, get things, get my our home a bit of a cozy and settled. But that's what I've been doing. It's just lots of organizing, lots of cleaning, and just trying to get things back to my preferred state. Anyway, you guys, thank you very much for your comments on my videos. I'm still not very good about, I'm not good at all. Very bad about replying to the messages. And lately I haven't been very good about going on Instagram. It's just with the schedule change, the last thing I want to do, if I'm going to start getting ready for bed at 7:30 in the evening, it's trying to gauge. Usually I had a set time. I would start winding down. I'd stop my cross stitch and put things away. I'd do my Instagram, and that whole little routine has been kind of skew-whiffed. Also, my husband's been wanting to watch that quiz show. It's kind of his wind down, as he wants to watch the quiz show with me. So and then I'll think, oh, I'll do it in the morning. And of course I get in the morning, get up in the morning at 4, and I make my husband's lunch and, help him get organized and get out the door. So and then once that happens, it's like my day starts. And it's just one of those things that kind of slips my mind until it's like, oh, I meant to do that. So, and then now I'm recording the video. So that's another thing and tomorrow is grocery day. So it's like driving to the town, which is about 30 minutes away. And if there's tractors on the road, or it's now getting tourist season, so you got people with caravans, like towing caravans, or the visitors. It's so beautiful here. People tend to slow down so they can look at, driving down the A1 or driving up the A1 towards Edinburgh. You're going past Linda's Farm with Holy Island, and you're going some beautiful scenery, and people tend to slow down and look around we did it when we first came up here, because it's just so beautiful. So the traffic tends to be very slow in the summertime. So between tractors and you've got the semis, or the lorries, they call them over here, the 18-wheeler trucks. It's a busy road up north, a main artery, but it's a 2-lane all the way up. So it's not, anyway, it can be slow. Sometimes it can be quick, but most of the time you can pretty much guarantee it's going to be 45 minutes there and 45 minutes back at this time of year, to drive to go buy groceries. So grocery trips do take quite a while. an average of like, and anyway, it doesn't matter. You don't care about my grocery trips and stuff. I hope that all of you are having a fantastic day. I do think about you, and I do appreciate you, and hopefully if I get my life a little bit out of chaos and get more organized, I will be able to come back a lot more often I mean, my plan was to come back last Thursday, but that got scuppered by the relative stopping by. And he ended up not coming here anyway. He was supposed to spend the night, and he changed his plans at the last minute. And that was perfectly fine. You know, I understand why he changed his plans. And it all to do with his travel plans and stuff. And yeah, it was lovely to see him, my husband's cousin, but it was anyway, it diverted my plans for the day, which was to come visit with y'all. So that changed, all right. But I will try to be back as soon as possible. I don't know. Would you be even interested if, you know, it may be that I only work on the stamped kit until it's done. I've been thinking that once I get out of the flowers and it gets to an easier part, maybe I'll feel more comfortable, less stressed about going off of it and doing like 100 stitches on one of my others, like rotating through them 100 stitches every day. So I'll do like Santa and Animals 100 stitches one day, and then I'll do Serenity Lane 100 stitches one day, and then I'll do Tiki Beach, and just do a rotation like that. Once I get out of the miasma of misery. Oh dear, I'm being very dramatic. Oh dearie me. Y'all have a wonderful day, full of happiness and sunshine, and I'm sending lots of Northumberland love towards y'all. Take care.